Okay, here I am today. It's a sunny day here in July in Venice. I'm in the Santi Apostoli district, and you can see behind me the street is the Rio Terra Barba Frutario. Very interesting street name. Rio Terra means river of dirt, literally. And this, where I'm standing, used to be a canal, but it was filled in. So it's now not a river of water, but a river of dirt. And there's a really interesting map by a guy named Ugo. And back in 1729, he drew this map, and you can see where the canal ran here. And in fact, there was a bridge from there to here over that canal from that time. Now, when Napoleon came into the city, he took out a lot of these canals and filled them in, and so the city really changed to more of a pedestrian and democratic city. But I'm here today to tell you a Casanova story. Casanova visited a house here. He said it was at the foot of the bridge, and the bridge that no longer exists. So I'm not sure if it's this building or that building, but in one of these buildings, he came to visit a guy named Count Bonafede. And Count Bonafede was sort of a nobleman down on his luck. Casanova first met him actually when he was imprisoned at the fort at Sant'Andrea. And there's a very long story about why Casanova was imprisoned at the fort of Sant'Andrea and how he snuck out and all of this stuff. I'll tell that one another time. But while Casanova was there, he met this count who was in prison because he was in debt. And he couldn't pay his debt, so they put him in prison. Makes no sense to me, but they used to do that kind of thing. While the count was there, his wife and his adolescent daughter came to visit him. And so Casanova actually stayed an extra night in prison just so he could play host to the count and his family. While they were there, they took a nice walk around the grounds of the fort, and Casanova tells us that he was just a young man, didn't quite know what he was doing around women, but he was trying to walk and took the arm of the young woman, and she said, "Oh no, you need a lesson here. You're tickling my underarm." So she tried to give him this lesson on how he should act around a woman. Well, once all of them were out of prison and the count and his family were living here, Casanova came to visit them. And when Casanova came to the rooms, he describes the rooms as just completely impoverished. A couple of sticks of furniture, no glass in the windows, and the young woman, the countess, the princess, I guess, she was sleeping on a straw bed that Casanova said really didn't smell very good at all. And at this point, any feelings of love he might have been having kind of evaporated, which is maybe not very gallant of him. He tried to make up for it a little bit by leaving her 6 zecchini, which was the money at the time, and that way she could buy herself a set of pastels. She was a budding artist. She could make some drawings this way and maybe even sell them and make some money for her family. So it was a kind of kind way for him to help out the family without looking like he was just giving them charity. But this is the house where he came to visit.